Here it is, the Staff of Homa, the new polearm that was designed for Hu Tao. How good is it? It's pretty powerful. We need to talk about some specifics though at the end of the video, but let's get right into it for you guys because she's not going to be the only character that's going to be pretty good with this weapon. Tentatively. So let's talk about this. So it's a polearm 5-star weapon, obviously. In the way that it's designed right now, it has some pretty nice base attack there. Starts out at 46, so it's a pretty good ratio weapon here. It ends at 608 attack at level 90, and the substat it's giving you is critical damage, so 66% critical damage. Very nice stat line first and foremost there. But what does this do? How does this work with Hu Tao's kit? So this is what it is going to be doing here. It's going to give you HP percent on top of the critical hit damage. It can give you some HP percent, and that HP percent is going to go up with a refinement rank level. So if you have this just refinement rank 1, free 20% health there. That's going to be nice for your HP scaling skills or characters. On top of that though, it's going to give you an attack bonus based off of your maximum health, not your current health, but your maximum health. However, if your current HP is less than 50% of your maximum health, then you're going to get an additional attack bonus. So the refinement rank 1 here version, 20% HP bonus, gives you 0.8% of your maximum HP as attack. And then it's going to increase this percentage of HP to attack by an additional 1% of your max health if you are sub 50% health. So if you're sub 50%, you get 1.8% of your HP added to your attack. How strong is this? And it does go up at refinement rank levels out there for people who are going to be going super crazy for this weapon when it comes out. Refinement rank 5, 40% health, gives you 1.6% baseline of your HP to your attack. And then if you're sub 50% health, it's going to give you an additional 1.8% for a 3.4% maximum conversion ratio. That is exceptionally powerful, especially on some of our characters here. So obviously Hu Tao here, HP based character. We're not going to go over her, but remember, she has a very large base HP, 15,552 base HP, and so does Zhongli. Remember, he's tentatively getting a little bit of rework, some little bit of love for 1.3. He's getting some HP scaling added to his normal attacks, his charge attacks, as well as the pulses on his elemental skill, while his structures and constructs are down and pulsating with other structures. So that's gonna be something else that we're gonna have to think about and talk more about when that comes out. But how good is the Staff of Homa right now in comparisons to other things? And how much attack is this going to give you? So let's break this down real quick here for you guys. I've worked some baseline stuff out for here. If you have 30,000 HP, at refinement rank level 1, if you're just fine, you're not below that minimum HP threshold of 50%, if you're just chilling out, that 0.8%, that's gonna give you an extra 240 attack. It's not a whole lot of attack there. However, if you fall below that 50% threshold, it's going to give you 540 more attack. So 30,000 HP, that's not too hard to hit, especially this is giving you 20% HP here. Maybe you're wearing an HP percent Sans that's already at 66% HP, some HP substats and passives, and both those characters are already at 30,000 HP. That's 240 to 540 free attack there just for having this weapon on. So that's going to help you out there. Now remember, this weapon also is based around Hu Tao because she wants to have more HP. She gets her own HP to attack scaling there as well, which is very powerful, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Top of that, Zhongli is getting those HP scaling passives. Now, what about the rank 5 version? So this is going to give you, if you are just chilling out, it's going to give you 480 attack from that 1.6% ratio. If you're sub 50% HP at rank 5, it's going to give you 1,020 attack. So 30,000 HP, you got the refinement rank 5 version of this weapon. It's going to give you 1,020 attack just for chilling out 50% or lower health. That's very powerful there. Now, what about the big HP builds? If you want to go mono HP, right, the 50,000 HP Zhongli style builds there, Hu Tao maybe in the future as well. They both have incredibly high HP pools. How much attack are you looking at then? So if you have like the 50,000, the big support, big HP pools, which this weapon really likes to work with, how much are you looking at there? So the refinement rank 1 version of this weapon, 50,000 health, normal bonus here, 400 attack. If you're below 50% HP, 900 attack. If you have the refinement rank 5 version, normal bonus here, 800 attack. If you're sub 50% health, it gives you 1,700 attack. Sounds very strong. Sounds very good. Obviously, it's a refinement rank 5 weapon, but how broken is that broken? Is that crazy strong? Is it too powerful? Does it need to get nerfed? On its own, No. In conjunction with some of the other characters, which will double dip on this sort of effect, and that's what this weapon's good at. It's helpful at giving its own HP to attack scaling bonus on another character who has either an HP scaling bonus or an HP to attack scaling bonus. If you were just to use this weapon on any character and build them for HP, it really wouldn't be that strong. Now let's talk about this. Remember, as you're building your characters, right, artifacts, attack percent, HP and attack percent have the same stat weight ratio when it comes to getting attack percent or HP percent on your artifacts. They come the same. If you get 6% HP, if you're going to roll an attack percent thing instead, you'd have 6% attack. You're not getting extra defensive stats. It's not like defense there. So if the maximum amount of attack you can get right on a Sans 46.6. Maximum amount of HP you can get main stat Sans 46.6. You're not like the defense Sans where you get extra, 58.3 or whatever it is defense percent there. Why do I bring that up? Well, remember these characters, Zhongli and Hu Tao, they have exceptionally high HP pools. 14.6, almost 14.7 for Zhongli, and 15,500 here for Hu Tao. So if 10% HP is worth 10% attack, what are you really gaining with this weapon here? So if you were to have 10% HP on Hu Tao, that's going to give you 1,500 extra health. If you were to have 10% attack though on Hu Tao, then you're going to have the base attack of her, so 106, plus the base attack of your weapon at max level, so 608, so 700 attack there. So 10% attack is going to give you 70 attack. 10% health is going to give you 1,500 HP. And then that 1,500 bonus health is going to get transferred through this weapon into attack that way. So you get 10% HP, goes into your character stats, gives you an extra 1,500 health. That 1,500 health then is going to give you 12 attack at a refinement rank 1 weapon of this version. So 10% HP is going to give you 12 attack. If you're below 50% health, it's going to give you 27 attack. If you're the refinement rank 5 version of this weapon, that extra 10% HP you chose to get on your substats, or maybe the 10% per roll on your artifacts in any way, shape, or form, whether you use an attack percent Sans versus an HP Sans. If you had a refinement rank 5 version of this weapon, it's going to give you a whopping 24 attack, because you're still getting that 1,500 HP per 10% HP you choose to stack. So 24 attack there if you're at above 50% health here. Or if you're below 50% health, it's going to give you 51 attack. Whereas if you were to stack 10% attack, that would just give you 70 attack. It's better. It's better. On Zhongli, it's even worse, because on Zhongli, he's got a better base attack, so he'd get 85 attack. So on its own, this weapon is not worth stacking HP. You're not going to want to just take this weapon and put it on Fingling or maybe Zhao in the future when it comes out and just stack HP on them and have it be broken. It won't outweigh stacking an offensive stat on its own. But however, right, we have Hu Tao, who has this own mechanic of wanting HP as well. And then when you add those two things together, then you definitely start outweighing it. This already outweighed it. Stacking HP is already what she wanted to do with her E. And this is going to make it outweigh it by a bunch, by like 50, 60, 70-ish % based on your refinement rank on your weapon and the level of your elemental skill there. So keep that in mind as well. I wanted to break that down a little bit for you guys, so you guys know where this weapon stands on, is it good? Should I stack HP when it comes out? Based on how it is now on those two characters, yes. On any other character though, you're really not going to want to use this weapon and stack HP, because you'd be better off stacking attack percent, because the return of HP to attack on its own is just not there. It's just not that powerful on its own there, guys. But it is going to be an incredibly strong weapon here for those two characters. Now, we don't know exactly how Zhongli is going to be shaking up and looking finalized for 1.3, but remember, he already has 33% HP scaling on his elemental burst. I think they added like a 1.6, 1.3, 1.8, one of those three numbers are added to his normal and charge attacks there. So that's gonna be powerful, because this is gonna give him higher HP. Having a higher HP build, you can get that small HP percentage bonus to his normal and charge attacks and his elemental burst. And this weapon is still gonna give you attack as well to help that out on top of that. So that's gonna be a very powerful combination there. We'll have to see exactly how that's finalized when he does return. And then he's also gonna have that same thing added to the little pulses on his E. So this weapon may be good for Zhongli. It looks like it's shaking up that it could be here. If you're still looking for a polearm when this one does come out, if this is still in this state, remember, this is tentative. As always, we're sneak peek, okay? I don't want to see, I always get one of those comments, this isn't even out yet. Yeah, it's not out yet. That's why we have that disclaimer a million times in the video. But it's cool to talk about things that are up and coming, so we can plan ahead as much as possible in this gacha game. And then for Hu Tao, by far, I don't think anything's going to beat this weapon for Hu Tao. It doubles down 100% on what that character wants to do. Right? She already wanted to do HP percent over attack percent for her burst windows and her elemental skill. And this is going to make it even better. It's going to make your build that more refined because it's just gonna reward you. It's like you went to get a sundae ice cream cone and they're like, what's your favorite flavor? You're like, I want one of those. And they're like, how about you have 2 of them instead? Even the refinement rank 1 is gonna be very powerful for Hu Tao. So keep that in mind as well as we go through here. Hopefully you guys enjoy this stuff. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Always present and powerful. We're gonna have some fun times in Genshin as well. Make sure you check out the stream on top of that. If you can leave a like, that'd be amazing. Hope you guys have a good time out there, and I want to see your smiling faces down in the comment section as always. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.